If I told you that the same part of your brain that lights up when you use cocaine also lights up when you eat sugar, would you still grab that donut? Because that's exactly what happens. Sugar doesn't just taste good. It hijacks your brain. And the craziest part? Studies show sugar can be 8 times more addictive than cocaine. We hand it to our kids, hide it in healthy foods, and consume it daily without realizing our brains are hooked. Today, you're going to see why sugar acts like a drug, how it silently keeps you addicted, and how breaking free from it can transform your energy, your cravings, and your fat loss forever. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I post new shred fat videos every week to help you burn fat faster, eat smarter, and transform your body without starving yourself. 1. The hidden drug in plain sight. Sugar addiction isn't about willpower. It's chemistry. When you eat sugar, your brain releases dopamine, the same feel-good chemical released by drugs like cocaine or heroin. At first, it feels amazing. A rush of pleasure, a burst of energy, a quick high, but your brain quickly adapts. Over time, dopamine receptors become less sensitive, so you need more sugar to get that same feel-good hit. That's the addiction loop. Craving, satisfaction, crash, repeat. And it's not just in candy or desserts. It's hidden in ketchup, sauces, yogurt, protein bars, cereals, and so-called healthy snacks. You're not choosing sugar. Sugar is choosing you. 2. Sugar versus cocaine. What science reveals. Scientists have done wild experiments comparing sugar versus cocaine, and the results are shocking. In one famous study, rats were given a choice between sugar water and cocaine. The majority chose sugar. Even rats that were already addicted to cocaine switched to sugar when given the option. Why? Because sugar activates the brain's mesolimbic reward system, the same system cocaine hijacks. It floods your brain with dopamine, lights up your reward pathways, and gives you that temporary high. But when dopamine crashes, you feel tired, moody, and crave another hit. Sound familiar? That's why you can't stop after one cookie. Your brain literally acts like it's coming down from a drug. 3. The addiction cycle. You don't see. Here's how sugar addiction plays out in real life. You start your morning with something light, maybe flavored oatmeal or a coffee with creamer. Your blood sugar spikes. Dopamine floods your brain. You feel great for about an hour. Then, crash. Your brain, now low on dopamine, sends an urgent message. We need more. So you grab another snack, another soda, another bite. The cycle continues. Spike, crash, crave, repeat. That's not weakness. That's withdrawal. Symptoms like headaches, irritability, fatigue, and mood swings are signs your brain and body are adjusting to the chemical roller coaster sugar creates. This is why sugar addiction feels so hard to break. It's not about discipline. It's about brain chemistry. 4. Sugar, fat gain, and your hormones. Now, let's connect this to fat loss. When you eat sugar, your blood glucose spikes. Your pancreas releases insulin to bring it down. Insulin's job is to store energy, and when it's high, it locks your fat cells. In other words, every time you flood your body with sugar, you're telling it, store fat. Even worse, those sugar highs and crashes mess with leptin and ghrelin, the hormones that control hunger and fullness. You feel hungrier, crave more, and lose control over portions. That's why people say they can't stop eating junk. It's not lack of willpower, it's hormonal chaos. Sugar literally keeps your body in fat storage mode while making you think you're starving. 5. The real enemy. Hidden sugar. Here's the scary part. Most of your sugar intake isn't from dessert. It's hidden everywhere. A single tablespoon of ketchup has a teaspoon of sugar. A healthy granola bar can have more sugar than a donut. Even low-fat yogurt, salad dressing, and bread are loaded with added sugar. Manufacturers do this on purpose. They know sugar triggers dopamine, And dopamine drives repeat purchases. You're not just buying food, you're buying a feeling, a hit, a reward, a momentary high that keeps you coming back for more. That's how refined sugar addiction keeps billions hooked, quietly, legally, and profitably. 6. The cost of staying addicted. Here's what that constant sugar intake does over time. Insulin resistance. Your body stops responding to insulin, which leads to fat gain and eventually diabetes. Chronic inflammation, linked to aging, fatigue, and joint pain. Brain fog and low focus. Dopamine dysregulation dulls motivation and energy. Emotional ups and downs, sugar highs followed by irritability, anxiety, or depression. And when you finally try to quit, you experience real withdrawal, headaches, fatigue, even cravings as intense as those seen with nicotine or cocaine. That's why calling sugar a drug isn't exaggeration. It's biological reality. 7. The dopamine reset. So how do you break the cycle? By doing what drug rehab programs do: detox. Step 1. Cut out refined sugars for at least 7 days. No soda, no candy, no sweetened coffee, no hidden sugars in sauces or processed foods. Step 2. Replace those hits with real fuel: protein, fiber, and healthy fats. Eggs, fish, avocados, greens. These foods balance blood sugar, control cravings, and keep dopamine levels steady. Step 3. Hydrate and sleep. When you're dehydrated or sleep-deprived, your brain seeks sugar for quick energy. Staying rested helps your body rebalance naturally. Step 4. Move your body daily. Exercise releases endorphins, your body's built-in reward system. It retrains your brain to crave movement instead of sugar. After just 1 week, most people notice something incredible. The cravings fade. Your energy rises. Your belly feels less bloated. After a month, your taste buds reset, your dopamine stabilizes, and your body finally starts burning fat again. 8. The truth about sugar and fat loss. People often think losing fat is about calories, but sugar makes that equation impossible to win. Here's why. Every time you eat sugar, your insulin spikes, and your body switches off fat-burning mode. Even if you eat fewer calories, insulin prevents your body from accessing stored fat. But when you cut sugar and keep insulin low, your body naturally starts burning fat for fuel, a process called lipolysis. That's when you see belly fat shrink and energy skyrocket. So yes, cutting sugar isn't just good for your health. It's the fastest way to shred fat naturally. 9. Real-world results. People who break their sugar addiction often report more energy, clearer skin, better sleep, and rapid fat loss. One client went from craving soda daily to drinking water and black coffee and lost 10 pounds in the first month without changing anything else. Another replaced sugary snacks with whole foods and saw her energy double within 2 weeks. These transformations aren't magic. They're the natural result of balancing dopamine, insulin, and energy. 3 systems sugar constantly disrupts. Once your brain and body are in sync again, fat loss becomes automatic. 10. The mindset shift that changes everything. Breaking sugar addiction isn't about perfection. It's about awareness. Every time you eat, ask, is this feeding my body or feeding my addiction? Once you see sugar for what it really is, a cheap, legal, highly addictive chemical, you stop craving it and start controlling it. And when you control sugar, you control your energy, your mood, your focus, and your fat loss. That's real freedom. Sugar isn't just empty calories. It's a chemical trap designed to keep you hooked. It lights up your brain like cocaine, spikes your insulin, locks in belly fat, and drains your motivation. But once you cut it, your energy returns, your cravings disappear, your body becomes a fat-burning machine again. If you're ready to stop being controlled by sugar and start taking control of your body, start today. Cut the sugar. Reclaim your dopamine. And watch how fast your fat loss journey transforms. Subscribe to Shred Fat for more science-backed videos that help you take control of your health, one habit at a time. Because this isn't just about losing fat. It's about breaking free from addiction and getting your life back.